So this is what we're agreeing. I think we're agreeing that there is a crisis at the moment in the music scene, but in the music scene in Newcastle, but also at the same time that there's some great things happening at the moment. Both those things are true at the moment. Also that you've heard from John about some of the things at end that are going on elsewhere, and you've heard from Tyson that if things get moving here, it really will get attention around the country, around the world. It is possible for things to get better here as well, and that's what we're about in the room today. We're agreeing that on some of those top level issues, we're going to fight to protect the venues, the great pub scene that is really the core of, has been the core of the industry up here in the scene. And I think that's come through more strongly than in the other places we've seen, but also the diversity of venues. We've got to have diverse venues, but really protect and have those pubs thrive here. We've got to make sure Newcastle's part of the touring circuit. The all ages point, I think, has come through much more strongly here than elsewhere, and I think as people have referred to, and we've got to tackle the planning and the noise laws. We've got to work across levels of government to do that. So they're just a few of the things that we've agreed today. But most importantly, what we're agreeing is we're going to get organised to tackle these issues. Part of getting organised is about the inquiry that has been referred to. If we've been asked, what do you think about the music industry by the Parliament for the first time, we've got to have some views. So people need to make submissions into that inquiry by the end of February. And we'll shoot you the details. It doesn't have to be complicated, but it does have to happen. So we're getting organised. We're going to come back with a plan for you, not just across the board, but really to say, look, this is what we agreed would make a difference to the Newcastle scene. And we want your feedback on that before we come back. And we'll come back and actually have that discussion with this group and maybe with a broader group to say, okay, this is the view about some things that would really make a difference to the Newcastle scene. And lastly, we've agreed to take up that suggestion early on that we will have a task force that works a little bit more closely on that. Given the people in the room, given the enthusiasm in the room, we're not going to wait till that, we're getting going straight away to have a bit more deeper consultation with that task force. So I think that's a fantastic first step. So they're the things we're agreeing. Thanks so much for the time today. It's been a really productive discussion, very different to a couple of the other discussions we've had, but that's exactly why we're here, because this does vary city to city, scene to scene, and that's the only way we're going to be able to really improve things. So thanks for your time today. I'm going to hand over to Tim just to wrap up.
Thanks. Thanks very much, John. From a state perspective, I certainly took in quite a few things that I've got to do, and John and Penny as well, certainly around regulation, legislation, working with Nuatali and local council primarily. The parliamentary inquiry, we will email everyone here. If we don't have your email, make sure James gets it. James is just up here. We'll email you a link to the inquiry. You've just got to do a paragraph or more, as much as you like, but just we've got to do it. I really want to thank John for coming up here, running the roundtables throughout the state. I was onto him pretty quickly. He responded very quickly and is here, and a big thank you, John, for coming up today. Thank you. I want to thank Nuatali as well, really making a great contribution, as well as Carol, and also Peter was here in addition, and to Sharon Clayton, my colleague. We're all on the council together, and it is something we have been passionate about, as Nuatali said, for at least 9 years now and beyond that. Thanks to my staff in particular, James Connor, who's done most of the work, along with Nicole and Mitch from John's office, as well as Matt. Matt's here, Matt Murray, as well as Avril from Sharon's office. Truman, our performer, had to go, but I want to thank him very especially for his performance. Emily from the Edwards, I want to thank the Edwards. And if people do want to stick around, I know a few of us here will be around at least for another hour, so if you want to buy yourself lunch, and we've got this space till 2, you're welcome to grab some lunch, a drink, sit around, network, mingle, have a chat. Please feel free to do so. So, thank you most of all of you stakeholders, you are the people that make music in Newcastle live, and you are the future and the connections to all the young people for their future. So let's get into it and do all the things that John has articulated, and keep live music in Newcastle and make it grow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.